everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sports Bitches. We are all here. We're all looking fresh-faced. We're looking good. We're in a great mood. Just kidding. I'm crashing the fuck out this morning. Nothing's even happened. Nothing's even happened that's bad, but I woke up and I chose violence. I'm wearing a New York Jets sweater for some reason.
Yeah.
That could just one piece of hair.
Could be why you're in a bad mood.
Oh my gosh. I'm having coffee on an empty stomach, which I don't know that I've ever done in my life. So, I'm okay right now, but who knows what's going to be happening in 20 minutes.
I thought
something's going to be knocking at the door, and it's not CJ.
I'm not a coffee girl.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I'm like, I only drink. I think coffee is just usually my breakfast.
I know. Coffee has come to me after children.
That's actually crazy.
Well,
wow.
I mean, I'm fueled on rage.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually, title of ep, fueled on rage.
Fueled on rage.
Because this is going to be a bit of a rageful episode. Because I'm sure you guys
so
know.
White. My teeth look so dingy next to your teeth.
They don't.
I don't think I brushed them this morning.
I didn't brush my teeth yet. Screw it.
Great.
I'm crashing out.
Great.
Coming up on today's show, we've got some words for the USA men's hockey team. Okay, we've got some words. We've got multiple words, in fact. Some of them might have to be bleeped. We're going to talk about the Bears moving. I didn't even know about this because there's so much stuff going on in the world. All of it pretty bad. I really just want to crush on Eileen Gu. Eileen Gu. She's the skier. She's the American skier that ended up competing for China. Anyways, I'm sort of maybe in love with her. We're going to talk combine. We're going to talk a whole lot of stuff. Alyssa Liu. I'm just like falling in love with all of these female athletes. They're all just so incredible. The Winter Olympics are done. What would we do in our closing ceremonies? Maybe that's a topic for discussion later on. But first things first, Meg, you just got off the road. I have something to tell you guys that I want to be upset about.
Tell us.
Sarah's teeth look perfect today. I don't know what the heck's going on over there.
But yours do too. Everybody's teeth. But mine, I look like the before picture of like a sports bitch whitening serum. Because we're all in these little windows. It's like, oh, pearly white, pearly white, pearly white. That girl's in Indiana.
I just use white
strips. By the way, before we get started,
my mouth got widened. Yeah, my mouth got widened when I was a kid, and that's why my teeth look nice.
Like, all right, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop down. We're gonna dive into this.
What? Surgically?
No, it's just like with your braces, they put this. It was called a Hyrex, and then I had to have a Schwartz too. And it was like this contraption that went on my teeth, like a bridge. And I had to
You had one of those?
I had to turn a key every day, and it would widen.
Oh
so
my
I got this big space between my front teeth and then my bottom teeth. And then
those things look like a medieval torture device. It's like the
metal. It was pretty painful.
It's like a roller coaster or something. So I had 6 adult teeth pulled.
What? Because you had too many teeth?
I did not have too many teeth. They said my mouth couldn't hold them all. So they were like, you gotta get my mouth
can hold so much.
my mouth is actually physically small, literally.
Wow.
Ginormous.
Wow.
So they pulled 6 adult teeth, and then I saw Lori Kilmartin tweet about this years ago and was like, hey, did any other girls have adult teeth pulled? And all of us, there were so many of us yes, we had 4 to 6. And she was like, yeah, they don't do that anymore.
What are they doing with the teeth?
I think now they're just like, hey, let the girls have the teeth.
I still have a retainer in my bottom teeth. I have a permanent retainer.
Mine fell out.
For those of you guys that are just listening, you really gotta take a peek at Sarah's tootie pegs at some point because she's got perfect teeth.
Yeah,
I find myself looking at them sometimes when you talk, which I know is the most annoying habit that somebody can have. But I'm like, wow.
I don't even all have great
Rachel,
teeth.
I think you have perfect teeth too.
Yeah,
I don't think mine are perfect, but they're not bad enough to spend $10,000 on. They're just regular.
I think you've got great teeth. Okay. As I was saying before we started talking about Sarah getting her mouth widened.
Teeth gate.
I want to talk about our Discord, and I want to talk about how incredible all of you guys have been about participating in wackadoo conversations on there, and just being supporting this show. So we hope that you guys continue to do that, and we hope that you're subscribed and liking and give us a 5-star rating. Tell a friend that it's on and popping in the Discord. And I mean, Sarah and I discussed this last week. There was a certain someone that was rude to me at the Super Bowl last week. And now there's a whole chain in the Discord trying to guess who it is.
And
if
you each get a friend to listen to the podcast, I'll tell you who it is.
Bitch, I'll tell you who it is. I don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you who it is.
Like, remember when we were trying? Was it here? Did we have the discussion on here about the actor that's in love with his AI chatbot? But we didn't talk about who it is.
I think we
did say who it was.
There's a clip going around because that was like talked about on a podcast, and then we talked about it. I'll tell you who that is. I honestly I told someone yesterday. Someone was like, "You got any gossip?" I go, "So and says what?"
Has that been confirmed?
Yes.
It's confirmed?
Okay, guys.
What is happening? Your dogs are crashing out.
They're crashing out.
Everybody.
There's no one in this house with me right now, which is
nice.
So rare. Yes,
is that
both children are gone. Mom is gone. CJ is gone.
That's what I got for my birthday. Just an empty house. And I watched so much TV.
What did you watch?
I've watched so many shows this last week, and now Chris is at the Combine, and so I'm like, I can watch even more stuff. I mean, I'm caught up on Traders. I watched Love Story. I'm caught up on The Beauty. I watched the America's Next Top Model documentary.
Okay, that's what I watched on the road.
I watched the new Harlan Corbin Netflix show.
I don't even know who that is.
Harlan Corbin is like a writer. It's like kind of like true crime-esque, but it's usually I think it was something on the run or something. They're always British because he's a British writer, so it's always taking place in London or something, and it's always like,
I like that.
Somebody got killed or someone's missing, and then like somehow some people in the family have to become detectives when they're not really detectives.
Okay.
And what show is that? What's that one called?
I'll look it up. It was like On the Run or something.
We are all three of us caught up on Traders.
Yes.
I had to catch up last night. And then we have all three of us watched the America's Next Top Model doc.
Runaway is what it's called. Runaway.
Runaway.
The new Harlan Coben. Yeah. Okay. So we are all caught up on Traders and America's Next Top. I personally want to talk about America's Next Top Model first because I wanted it to be way spicier. And I just felt like
spicy.
You thought it
was spicy.
Oh, I was like jaw on the floor the entire time. I was like, oh my god! They made her take out a tooth. They made her girl.
I mean, talk about Teethgate. I'd read a book. There's a gal who was on one of the cycles, and then she does stand up in New York and is like a part of the comedy community there. And she wrote a book about America's Next Top Model, and I read it maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And so that had given me a teaser that like it was not a good time. Like when I was reading this book, I was like, oh my.
Tyra said that they are coming back with a season 25, cycle 25.
Tyra,
I unfortunately will watch it.
Oh,
but there's a new but there's another one coming out. There's like a second one coming out, America's Next Top Model. That's supposed to be even juicier and crazier.
Another doc. This is like a fire fest. We're
But
getting
like-
multiple anti.
But like with Janice Dickinson.
Wow.
She was not in this one. And you know how she always wakes up and chooses violence. Like
She
sorry,
should
Rachel.
not be showing her face.
No, we should touch it. We should touch base with her. I like it was
You think
was
she
spicy.
loves Trump?
No. I bet she doesn't vote. I don't know. I can't see Janice like putting on a voted sticker.
Yeah.
I was so sad to know that, like, Miss J and Tyra are no longer friends. That, like, I don't know, Tyra just seemed, and then even when she's in her trench coat in the interview being like, yeah, and I do need to be called out. It's like, I don't
No,
think you
you
mean
don't.
that.
You
I
do
don't
not
think
mean
you
that.
I don't
Because
think
you
you
keep
want that.
deflecting and being like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I live in
Yeah.
Australia. Like, I just, like, I don't know. And it's like,
She
you
literally
know,
can't
bitch.
show her face around here. I
Oof.
just thought it was like she obviously came into this with such great intentions,
Mhm.
and she was always like, I'm always just like pushing for you and rooting for you, and like I'm pushing these women that aren't usually like the standard, but then like cut to her being like, I'm sorry, but you do have to lose weight. And it's a girl that's like
Yeah.
stick thin already. Oh, and then the sexual assault stuff was just so
I
so
know.
bad, so gnarly.
Really
There's
rough.
yeah.
Yeah, really rough. And then also just, like, other Black women not lifting up other Black women. I'm like, this came out in February. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it was a rough watch. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I thought it was going to be I didn't watch a ton of the show, so it's not like I was
Oh,
familiar with
I
everyone. I
loved
watched maybe the first few seasons and like bailed out.
Loved it.
I
Loved
was
it.
obsessed
Whenever
with it.
someone's like,
I wa
you you're really you're really photogenic. I'm like, ANTM 19 cycles.
Smize.
Like yes. I was like locked in with my little chubby body in my basement. Like, okay, so
Mhm.
shoulders forward.
Mhm.
Loved Miss
Wait,
J.
you're
And
smizing into the mirror? Were you smizing into
oh
the
my
mirror?
God, yes, I was smizing. I was walking with my little 5'5"
Can
knock
we
knees.
see a little taste of what your smize is? Wait, you look so innocent. You look so innocent.
Eee. Listen,
What
I mean,
you
Eva the Diva
smile
was
and
like,
then
Eva the Diva was so important to me. Like when
Oh,
she became a Real
yeah.
Housewife, I was like,
Yeah.
gagged.
what is it called? Smize cream, right? The ice cream place that she has in Australia.
That's a whole other thing that is happening right now. I think
Yeah.
Tyra's crashing out. Me and Tyra, we're both having a time. She moved to
Yeah.
Australia and she started a company that sells hot ice cream. And
What?
people are like, bitch,
What?
you just selling warm milk? Like, what is
Yeah,
going on?
He is
It's
nuts
ice
a
cream.
little.
She goes, it's ice cream, but it's hot. And people are like, we don't know what that means. We really don't
Yeah.
understand.
This is what happens when people get super famous and then they lose the respect of their peers.
Mm.
Like when you lose, like it doesn't matter how famous you are, how wealthy you are. If you do not have respect, you have nothing. That's why you see a lot of comedians who are famous crashing out. You see models and other famous people. It's like they're desperately trying to get back a reputation and like people's confidence. And when they have lost the respect of the community, then they start thinking that the community was against them and they start going into conspiracies and all this stuff because it can't just be that people don't like you or they
Mhm.
don't respect you or they feel sorry for you. So,
Then you got to go to
sorry.
Australia.
You gotta go to Australia. You gotta start
Australia.
a hot ice cream, hot milk store.
Hot ice
Okay.
cream is like the dumb, like it sounds like something a model would invent.
You're so right. You're so right.
Okay.
She asked Chat GPT.
Yeah.
I need to start.
I can't. I didn't know it was hot. I thought it was just
No, it's
okay.
hot ice cream.
I love
so funny.
seeing
Pancake
it doesn't
Boy
matter.
on Discord, please give us the updates.
Yeah,
The leader
Pancake
of the
Boy.
Discord, Pancake
Okay.
Boy.
Can I
please
just say
fill
really,
us
really
in.
quick before we move on from television that Meg, I don't know if you'd started Love Story. I am so infatuated with this show. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks the other day that I auditioned for Caroline Kennedy.
You should have
Really?
gotten it. Should have gotten it.
No.
But
I shouldn't have.
maybe.
I went back and watched it and I said, this is actually horrendous.
Can't
I'm sorry,
believe
Ryan
that
Murphy.
I can't believe you forgot, because when I audition for stuff and then don't get it and then see like an advertisement for the show, I'm like, wow, thanks for letting me know. Like I like really hold it.
Honestly, I mean, I feel very blessed to say this, but I just do them. I do them and forget them because you
Yeah.
so often don't hear anything. And then I'll
Never.
see it on television and I'll be like, oh, she got that.
Yeah.
But I just I guess I had such a different image of what the show was going to be because,
Mhm.
you know, Ryan Murphy. And then the show turned out to be something that I was so in love with and obsessed with that, you know, I'm glad I didn't get it. Because
Can you
the
give us
gal
a
that-
line? Can you give us a line from the audition?
And that's the thing, is the audition was the worst scene. The
good
dialogue
choice.
was so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry
And
about
do you
that.
have to have an accent? Like, are you supposed to sound sort of
So
Boston? Or New
no,
England? Okay.
I mean, you don't sound like Jackie. You don't. You're not supposed to have that like rickety. Look at
But
Caroline
Naomi
Kennedy.
Watts, who plays Jackie
Caroline
Kennedy, is wonderful. I think she's
I
wonderful.
think she's
And I
great.
think is it Mamie Gump? Meryl Streep's daughter is the one that's playing Caroline.
God,
That's Meryl
I
Streep's
mean,
daughter.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
So
now
sorry
I
that you
actually
didn't get it.
feel-
That's what we need to know.
I feel fine.
Now, don't you
I
feel
feel fine
better?
about it. I feel
Don't
fine
you feel
about
better?
it.
But you
I should
also have to know
recognize
that
those
when you're
cheekbones.
auditioning for this stuff, like an offer has been put out to these actresses. And in the meantime, they're doing their due diligence, just making sure that there's no one else they would want. But they've already really made their choices.
Which they were like, I think that was part of the strike. You know, it was supposed to be like, you can't send auditions out for offers that have already been sent out. And I'm sure that like didn't make it into the end. I auditioned for something once, really thought I had a chance to get it. This was in-person audition, and they had every single headshot of every woman I've ever met in my life on the table. Like, it was like, I'm sure you were both in there.
Yeah, it was all
this
back.
This was pilot season, like when that still existed. Every
Mhm.
female comedian's headshot staring up at me. And then I was like, well, I don't know that I'm going to get this. And then the part was Minnie Driver. And it's like, why was I there? What are you doing to me?
The interesting thing about it, and my friend is actually working in casting on a show right now, so he's kind of been giving me the inside tea. But it's like they only have a specific budget. So if like the person that they are going after that they really want says no, then they're like, oh, okay, well, now it's time to look at the self-tapes. So it's like they need to accumulate all this shit in
Mhm.
case the people that they really want say no.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like dating, right? Where you're like, I mean, I'm going to just keep
You gotta keep a
talking to
couple
these other guys in case the guy that I like doesn't work out.
Yeah. And in dating, I was too thirsty. And in casting, I am too.
Yeah, I went from Caroline Kennedy to Mrs. Monopoly. Did that one yesterday. So
I
fingers
mean,
crossed.
The fingers are crossed.
We will get to sports, but I do want to talk about Traders really quick because I also
Yes.
think
It's a
that I
sport.
want to talk about
Mhm.
it is a sport, and I would love to just see like an all athlete version. This is the first time I've watched the whole show
Mm-hmm.
because you guys always force me to go outside my comfort zone.
You're welcome.
And I have loved it because I loved Survivor. So this is like Survivor, but with your clothes on and like people waste food. And like, you know,
Not the salmon. They are not
Not
wasting
the
that smoked salmon. That is getting eaten.
yeah, the salmon is so funny.
Such a fun subplot.
It's made me absolutely love Johnny Weir and
Yes.
Tara Lipinski. Like
Yeah.
it's funny,
Amazing Olympics tie-in.
right.
You know,
Oh, so good.
Of course,
So
on
good.
Peacock, right? But like I think maybe Rachel and I were talking about this last week, but I was just saying that like I remember when Tara and Johnny first started hosting the figure skating, I was like, what is going on? You know, because before we had like Scott, what's his name that could do the flips?
yeah, like Brian
Oh,
Boitano,
Yes,
you know, like
yeah.
these like
yeah.
classic old white guys. And then here comes Johnny Weir with his hair and his
Mhm.
outfits and Tara Lipinski. And you're like, oh yeah, Tara Lipinski. She was like good that won Olympics, right?
She's really been milking it.
But now I can't imagine them not doing it. Like they
Okay.
are so good. And when you are watching the ice skating, I'm like, oh God, like Johnny's play-by-play analysis is so thorough and so important. And like he really makes it very palatable for people who don't understand ice skating to understand how difficult what people are doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really blown away. And he's really good at the game at Traders.
He's good at the
Mhm.
game. You can't say the same for Tara. You
No, but at least she
really can't
knows.
say the same for her.
Does she know?
I feel like that's what I would be doing. Like I would be playing like Tara when they like came out, quote unquote, as best friends. And I mean, it like
It was so
moved
funny.
me. And then he was like, we've been through infertility, divorce, like 22 years of friendship or whatever the like figure was. And I was just like, I love them and I see them. And I'm so happy that we're getting to watch this friendship in the midst of this, like, silly kind of backstabby reality game.
Yeah, it's really, really sweet. It is. I think you were alluding to this, Sarah, but what if we could cast an all-athlete version of the Traitors? I'm gonna throw out some names. See if what do you guys think?
Okay.
This is the Michael Rappaport of this season. Throw in a little Antonio Brown. We'll see what
Oh
happens.
my gosh.
Let's see what happens.
That would be
You are
be
You
psychotic. You're
woke
crazy.
up and you chose
take it back.
chaos.
I take it
That's
back.
like, I don't know if you guys have seen episode 2 of The Pit. Has anybody seen episode 2 of The Pit?
Yes.
For
Oh,
this
I'm all
season?
caught up.
With like just like a massive penis sticking out of
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how I
And then
imagine Antonio Brown being in that.
You
I
are
take it back, I take it back.
you are trying to win Cracker of the Week again. You're trying to be a 2-time
Me?
Cracker of the Week, which would be
Me.
like go to the top of your bio.
Okay, I take it
hope.
back. I take it back. What about okay, so we're casting for the chaos person. What about like a John Gruden?
Yeah.
Oh, Gruden I would love.
Yes.
I would absolutely watch Gruden. I would love Kylie Kelsey. Like, I would
Yes.
just
Yes.
absolutely love. I love that she keeps posting pictures of her and Michaela Schifrin because people keep thinking they're
Yes.
the same person. And I'm like, you guys are both gorgeous. I would love Kylie Kelsey. I would love like a Skylar Diggins from because Skylar can be a little mouthy and fun, but also quiet.
But what
Or
about
like
the
Danny Colson?
Stud Buds?
The
Yeah,
stud buds, that's our Tara and Johnny, because it's
Yes.
like they can't turn on each other. You make one of them a traitor, and they're like, oh
They
no.
They have to come out and admit they're friends. It's like, you guys have the same hair. We knew you were aligned.
I feel like Dan Campbell would be fun. Just someone like so coffee'd up, and they're like, okay, it's time for bed, and he's like, I can't sleep. I've been up all
Then
night.
What about
if we throw
what's the coach's
Clayton
name from the
Kershaw in there?
WNBA?
Just
not the
because gay people are in there. Just to see how he melts down.
Okay,
my God.
Rachel is saying Kim Mulkey.
That's who I was talking
Kim
about.
Mulkey.
Yeah.
People have, because of her outfits, they've been like, is she straight woman Alan Cumming?
Yes.
And then
Can you
I saw
imagine?
someone be like, oh, if you thought Michael Rappaport was saying homophobic stuff, you get Kim Mulkey in there and you don't know what she's going to be saying.
I have
you
another crazy
imagine
one.
Alan Cumming, Kim Mulkey showing up to breakfast and Alan Cumming being like, oh, that's too much.
Or yes,
Or they're wearing the same thing. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Oh my God, him being so bad. He's like, the traitor is, and he's wrong every single time.
Yeah.
He's so confident, like Colton.
but he blames
He
his
is Colton.
mistakes on someone else.
Oh my God, him and Colton are the same man, if you know what I mean.
Man.
Rachel had a brilliant idea. Then is she calling her agent? She left. She's like, I got to get on the phone with them right now. We got to get Aaron Rodgers on the Traitors.
We gotta get Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. That would be so good.
You know, I had
Gronk would be great.
I told Rachel this.
Gronk would by accident win.
I think it would be a Portia situation because like Portia Williams is like a really beloved housewife, but she is not smart. And like that does like, and all she did was just slip up. She just said like, oh, when we killed them or like something.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you're a traitor. And she's like, I didn't even know what I did wrong. And it's like, yeah, you do have to sort of like think. Now, I can't reveal who this is, but if people would like to guess on the Discord, I totally support that. I have a friend who was asked to be on the Traitors and said no.
Ooh.
They would have been so good too.
And he would have
Comedian?
been yes. Yeah.
We'd have
of
to
cour-
give people hints. You can't just be like, I have a friend. Then people are
Comedian
gonna be searching your yearbook from
would have
Indianapolis.
been really good on it and is
I
like,
think would have gotten really far.
is busy enough that he, he's working enough that he was like,
I have a guess.
he was like, I don't need to go to Scotland to do that. And I am like so sad that he's not on it
Yeah.
because he's done other things and given me like really good background tea on reality stuff.
Do you guys remember? You guys know my friend Emily, who is one of the bridesmaids at
Mhm.
my wedding.
Mhm.
She used to work in casting. She casted the first few seasons of Traitors.
Wow.
I went out for breakfast with her this weekend, and I grabbed her by both shoulders and I said, "I need you to call whoever you
Mhm.
can. I need to do this show."
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do we get
All right.
to sports?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get to sports.
Sports traders.
Okay, first up,
It's the
I
top
guess
story.
we got to talk about it. I'll start by saying this. I really hate that the gold medal games both ended in a shootout. A 3-on-3. Just it doesn't feel good. I guess that's not a shootout, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel
I
good. It doesn't feel right.
Okay.
disagree. I
Wow.
wanted to hate on it, and then I ended up loving it
And
because
does that have anything to do with because your team won?
The
both
result.
um no, yes, maybe if they had lost I might think differently, but I liked that you really had to it came down to coaching too, like what 3 people should be out there at what time and
Yeah.
who has the legs, who has the rest. But it's like everything was just so spread out. So to me, it's like easier to see the puck because
Less bods.
right, and the gameplay becomes enhanced because everything is a desperate move and everyone's having to skate even further to try to get the passes and get the puck in. So I feel like it's a much more difficult level of play. But it did end rather quickly in both overtimes. And it's kind of crazy that the men's game and the women's game ended almost exactly the same way.
Yeah. Quick
So
too.
yeah, I'm not really sure, but I for the women's team, I was like sobbing, but also I had interviewed last year. I'd interviewed 3 of the women in that game.
Wow.
2 of the
Cool.
American women, and Abby Murphy and Gwyneth Phillips, and one
You're
of the
basically
Canadian.
on the team. You're basically on the team.
You're the
I'm
team
basically
reporter.
on the team. So I mean,
Mm.
there was it was just really hard. I think it was really hard to watch the Canadians get the silver medal because it reminded me of the shame scene from Game of Thrones, and they're just like getting this like medal put over them and it's like shame, and it's
Yeah.
like you won the silver medal. Like it's not, but I understand that like
Hockey's
a
their
lot of them
thing.
play on the same teams in the States.
Yeah.
So this is
Mhm.
this is more than just like a country rivalry. This is like you're gonna have to play on the same team with these people, and sometimes
Mhm.
you play against them on other teams and you don't like them on the other team. So
Yeah.
it can
I
get a
will
little
say,
messy.
I think that obviously so bummed for Canada. I feel like being a Canadian sports fan has been brutal the
Yeah.
last 6 months. But I mean, the USA versus Canada in hockey is so iconic, and I do feel like this has just like re-upped that rivalry, and like this is like appointment viewing now, and everyone was so excited about women's hockey. Women's hockey, by the way, just a few years ago, started a professional league in the States, and people are going to be watching more. More people are going to be watching that now.
Owned by
People
Billie
are
Jean
even-
King.
Yeah. Oh, really? Owned by Billie Jean King? I
Yes.
love that.
I love
Yeah,
that.
she's one of the owners.
Women's hockey is getting extra good press because of, unfortunately, what is taking the headlines now, which is the FBI director, Kash Patel, celebrating in the men's locker room afterwards, and then there being a phone call to Donald Trump, and I saw controversy around this before I actually saw it. And then when I saw the clip, I was like, well, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because like I think we're all so desensitized to bad behavior. And I know there's like, so I think as I didn't talk myself into being upset about it. It's just like, these things don't happen in a vacuum. And I think the context around hearing someone, speak less than celebratory about the women's team is compounded by the fact that he had not publicly commented positively about U.S. Olympians in any single way. He had called some of them losers. He had not congratulated Alyssa Liu. Like, there's lots of other people who were very, very successful and who were actually dominating the headlines, and you chose to not have any moments with them. And this also sandwiched like in the shitstorm of the fact that this man is a rapist and a pedophile. And so we do know, like, for a fact, that he does not respect women, does not see us as human beings, I think. And so it was like just a real like driving that home. And I do think on the other side, they're like, oh my God, like there was a guy who said absolutely. There were people like, we were just sort of like laughing along with it. And it's like, oh, of course, if this has been the first bad thing this man has ever done. But like, you have the FBI director there as the country is like searching for this elderly woman that
I've
he
seen
says
so many tweets that are unfortunately kind of funny about like
yes,
the Savannah Guthrie,
Nancy Guthrie's in the bottom of a Coors Light bottle. Yes.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, oh man, these Olympics felt so girl power and felt so positive. And then for the lasting, like the last minute breath of it to be this shittiness is just, I think, just too much for people.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. And also, I don't know his name, Sarah. You would know it. The brother that got his teeth knocked out.
Johnny Hughes.
In his post game
when he was like,
interview,
I'm just so proud to be American.
But
over
he
and
said
over
it
again.
so
many
times that it was weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, brother, do you see what's going on in this country right now? It's a weird thing to say continuously. I understand being obviously proud to represent your country for sure, but he said it in so many times that it felt a little bit weighted. It felt a little bit like you were saying other things to me. That's how it came across to me.
Yeah, but he just kept answering the question the same way, you know, and so some of that can be on the interviewer just being like, we should wrap this up. He said all that he's going to say. But yeah, it became a little much. And I also, you know, like the way that the men's team celebrated and the women's team, you know, as soon as they won, I don't think I've ever seen a men's hockey team celebrate like that together after a win. Like the way they jumped on each other on the ice, like it felt like years of weight being lifted off of their shoulders. Because obviously, you know, they've been waiting to come back to the Olympics, you know, as professional hockey players. They have not been in the Olympics for 12 years or something like that. So, you know, it's a lot of weight to be put on, and you're, you know, obviously beating some of your teammates, people that you play against in the United States, people from all over the country. And then I think you go into the locker room and you're celebrating, and it's like, and then the FBI director comes in. What are you're going to be like, I'm going to quit drinking? Like, I'm going to quit celebrating. I don't think everybody, I don't think we can put the whole team in a box and be like, the whole team was so excited. It's, you know, just like, you know, I know that there are women on the American women's hockey team that also love Donald Trump. So it's not like, you know, I don't think we can start picking out who's problematic. And I also don't know how it would look for a pedophile rapist to be calling 20-year-old girls and 18-year-old girls, you know, whether they're ice skaters or skiers, you know. I mean, I think that in the time that we are in right now,
I'm not saying calling.
No, I'm just saying
none of them they're all going, oh, no, thank you. But he didn't say anything positive,
publicly,
like on Truth Social, which he's not going to. You know, it's like, it's splitting hairs. This man is the devil, and to expect any behavior from him, I honestly put it more on Kash Patel. Because
well, that's crazy because he also took a jet. He went to like a summit that just so happened to be.
Can you imagine if a Biden appointed like you and we do this all the time? Can you imagine if someone tweeted faces on monkeys? Like every single thing that happens is so fucking crazy. I'm sorry.
I
I
think
honestly
it's
feel bad for the men's team because it's like this is being overshadowed. The Cash stuff is overshadowing their win. The Trump call is overshadowing their win, and there's like a lot of really incredible things that happen. Them bringing out
Oh my
Goudreau's
God.
kids
Yeah.
and
That all
the
is
jersey, like,
overshadowed.
that was
security.
so beautiful, and some of those guys, like, have some of these guys are a little bit older, and they have families, and there are, like, really beautiful stories to be told, and instead, it's being overshadowed, and that's what people are talking about, and it sucks, like, they're gonna go I think any other time, maybe the women's team is gonna be able to do, like, a really fun press run when they get to come home. They get to go on The Tonight Show and Good Morning America
Mhm.
and da 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 da, and now all of the I do feel for them, I think
It
kinda
all has
sucks.
to be about that. Though the reason I don't feel bad for them, and I saw an interview this morning with Johnny Hughes' mom, who is like a coach for the women's team. And as I was watching
Oh,
it, I was like,
wow.
okay, this was, yeah, that's why people were like especially disappointed. They're like, your mom is their fucking coach and you're laughing at them. Um, and I saw her out there and she was like, listen, they support each other behind the scenes. They share dorms. There is camaraderie. I am sure all of that is true. And I'm sure that they are to some extent being like either defensive, some of them maybe like, oh, I wish I hadn't done. I'm sure, they are not a monolith. I'm sure there's many different like reactions. I wish they would come out and say, hey, that probably wasn't the smartest move. They said nothing. And it's like, you guys can actually apologize. You can shift focus back onto the women. Also, going to the State of the Union, I can't think of something I'd want to go to less.
Oh,
I don't even care
I
if
don't
like
care who's
fucking
president.
Prince was the president. The State of the Union, what a loser ass event to go to. Losers.
Such
Well,
a
he has.
bummer. Also,
Like,
we've all been in this situation where somebody says something not cool and we go,
Yep. Yep.
We've all been in that
Yep.
situation.
Yes.
Could you imagine if one of the hockey players actually like grabbed the phone? He was like, "Excuse me, actually."
Well,
That would
you've
be
heard one of them go,
cool.
absolutely. You heard
But,
one of
like
them go, absolutely. I think like in the aftermath, it is on them though to go, you know what? It wasn't good. We fucked up. And if it made people doubt that we support the women's hockey team, that is so far from what we would want anyone to feel that we are. And they've just said nothing. And that's like, no, that's not going to work, you guys.
Yeah, I think this administration is just so desperate for any famous person to like them back. And so that's what this was. It was like, we're going to go watch the men's hockey game, and like we're celebrating with them because like any chance to be around professional athletes that like us back, we're going to take because everybody hates us.
They
what I
knew
really don't understand is the Cash stuff. That's more upsetting to me.
he knew it was a hospitable group because Cash Patel did not roll up into the Seahawks locker room, so it's like, those are my boys. They want me there. It's
Cash
not like
Patel
that was
is obsessed with hockey.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
his background.
Yes.
That is his favorite sport. He went to go and watch. He was like with Alexander Ovechkin when he beat the record for like most goals scored in the NHL. Like that is his favorite sport. So the fact that he's saying like, oh, well, I actually went for this like summit and that's why I was on the FBI jet. It's like, bitch.
None of this
But
was
also Cash
spontaneous.
Patel,
We're not idiots.
how much do you think he
Just
has
loser.
jerked off to heated rivalry? Like,
I mean,
like
wow.
over under percent. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that's probably his go-to.
Yeah.
Right?
And I bet only the first episode, because I bet he was like, this is too gay, I can't watch anymore. So I bet he's just watching the first episode over and over again, jerking off.
But
Well,
I
the first
think
episode
that,
is the gayest.
but
I
isn't
would
he
say.
isn't
Well, he
he
doesn't know.
like, doesn't everybody think that he's gay?
Isn't he dating a WWE wrestler?
He's
Isn't he
dating a
I
gal.
thought
because
that there was
then-
lots of stuff, like JD Vance has a lot of stuff too, but I think it, like it's just like with Kosh, there was like a lot of things where you're like, okay, when you're like, I like big tits, you're like, okay,
Yeah. And
all
hockey.
right, yeah,
hockey.
sure,
Yeah.
okay, bud. Like if you have to tell everybody you're straight, you're probably not straight.
Yeah. So, but our consensus is we would like them to be like, hey, gals,
Yeah.
if we, not even if, we did you dirty, it was fucked up, that is not
Yeah,
representative of
that's
how
fair.
we feel about you.
Yeah, but also on this, like, they flew right to Miami.
I know.
Yeah.
The
No,
the
of
statement
course.
the statement that Jack Hughes made was outside the 11 Club in
Yeah.
Miami.
No,
And it wasn't like I don't know, whatever. I'm over it. I'm over
You
it.
are? Okay.
if it makes you feel any better, Rachel, I did a show in Canada, Rama, your old stomping grounds, and it was Sunday night, so the Canadian team had lost that morning, and I was like, I don't know how many people there, probably 2,000 people. I was like, I really don't want to be here the night that Canada loses to the US, and
Yeah.
everyone booed me, and there's something about 2,000 people booing you that feels so.
Did you get them back on your side?
Oh,
were
I
they
was like, I
against
was
you, you
rooting
think?
for you. I did, Tyra. We were all running. I brought ANTM into the Olympics, and then I said, tune into Sports Bitches, word of mouth, guerrilla marketing.
Well done.
No,
Well
I loved
done.
them, and I was like, us beating Canada at hockey is like Canada beating the US at medical debt. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit.
Mhm. Yeah.
You'll get us back. You'll get us back.
We will. We're gonna come back.
You get to
stronger
live
than
in
ever.
Canada. That's how you get us
Well,
back.
she lives in Los
I'm
Angeles.
not going to. I don't want to do that.
No. Oh, you're talking about Rachel. I just meant Canadians as a whole.
Rachel, you get to go to the State of the Union
I
and have the worst time.
love Canada so much. We were in the midst of pitching a show that would have us living in the middle of the country for quite some time, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
You guys
Can't
should
wait.
see the housing prices over there. It's
I had a great time at
blow your
Casino
tits
Rama.
off.
A
Yeah?
great time.
Aw.
Yeah,
I'm so
someone gave
jealous
us
that you're at a casino.
house-grown weed. When the joint looks like like a Harry Potter wand.
Was it
like
my
a
Uncle
little-
Frank?
It was a woman. It was a woman, I believe. But
Was it my Aunt Frank?
My Aunt Liz.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I really want to talk about this Bears stadium situation because I did not know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
Yeah.
What? Can you give us the rundown?
Okay, so the Bears want a new stadium. So they said, we're done with Soldier Field, despite the fact that it's a historic landmark.
It's iconic.
And it sells out every single game. And the Bears have the highest ticket price in the NFL. Despite all that, we need a new stadium. And so they've been trying to work with the city of Chicago for a while. The Cubs had the same sort of issue with this. And finally, the state of Illinois, city of Chicago, said, okay, if you want a new stadium, you guys are billionaires and you should build it. Go ahead. We'll find you some land. You can buy it and you can build it. And the McCaskey said, us? We can't pay for it. We're mega billionaires. So we're going to go to your ugly little neighbor and ask them. So the McCaskies come to Indiana and say, hey, we want money to build a stadium here. And Indiana says, of course. Of course.
So
We will-
where is the new stadium?
Hammond, Indiana. When I tell you, no, I dated a man from Hammond, Indiana.
That's really upsetting.
I dated a man from Hammond, Indiana, and then he was on the Gary Railcats, which is like a non-affiliated minor league baseball team. Okay. What my life could have been. And Hammond, Indiana, and this is no offense to it, it is literally industrial. Like, it is smokestacks, it is factories, it is very ugly, and it has really stinky bad air. And so Indiana lawmakers voted. They said, yep, absolutely, come on down. And so the Chicago Bears, as of now, are moving ahead on building their stadium in Indiana.
Wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's only a 30-minute drive from Soldier
No, it's right
Field
over
to
the border.
Indiana.
But it's in a different state. It's also, it'd be like the Meadowlands. It'd be like,
I really just don't understand why they can't keep Soldier Field. Like, that is such an iconic iconic.
So as I dug more into it, aka went on Threads and asked people why this was happening, the Chicago owns Soldier Field because it is like so old. It was this historic stadium. The McCaskies don't own Soldier Field. They don't own any of the parking around it. I guess there's some limitations on the suites, and so they're making so much fucking money, but they're not making enough so much fucking money. And so if they were to build this new one in Indiana that my mother would be paying for, and like Indiana is still paying off Lucas Oil. You know, like they already own a stadium. They already have an NFL team here that they paid for and built a stadium for. I do think what is going to happen is we are going to see more governors of a certain big ballsness who are going to say to these NFL teams, no,
Yeah.
we are not financing a stadium for you when we don't have working roads. So if
Is
you'd
that
like to do
true that taxpayers would be paying for the stadium? Like,
Yes.
how does
That's the
that
way it
work?
works.
That's who.
That's why the
that-
Oakland A's left,
That's
because
why
they wanted the city
the-
to pay for it, and the
Yeah.
city was like, no.
they want they want the taxpayers to pay for it.
Pissed.
That's why people were upset in Buffalo when they saw Pagula's yacht. You know, I think he has like a $400 million yacht or something. And they were like, excuse me, we just paid for your new fucking stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, I think, it's the standard. Unfortunately, it is just how it has happened. Now, all of these teams and families that own them are so much richer. You know, like these people used to be rich. Now they're billionaire rich. And so it's like, go to your friends, scrounge up the money. J.B. Pritzker also is eyeing a presidential bid. And I
And
think
that's
would
the
be
owner of the Bears?
No. This is the Illinois
governor.
governor.
Oh,
He's a really big fat man, also a billionaire.
Okay.
And his whole thing is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm rich too. Okay. Do not come begging to me. I'm rich and I know how to get shit done. And the McCaskies are old, and a kind of outdated sort of model. And it's really sad. And the reaction that I have mostly seen from Bears fans is good for Pritzker, good for telling them to take their shit elsewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
When is this
happens-
supposed to start? When are they like breaking ground?
Well, then wouldn't it have to be voted on in Indiana? You can't just say,
So Indiana lawmakers already approved Hammond as a site and us paying for it.
how can they approve of you guys paying for it without putting it on a ballot?
Because we don't vote on measures here. Indiana, like,
Oh.
you know how California gets to, Indiana does not do that. So they elect the state reps who are all like the biggest losers, and then they're in charge. And so
Interesting.
public has no say in it.
Listen to what I just found. Hammond has the densest concentration of coal burning steel mills in the U.S. and some of the worst quality air.
100%.
We're having this like energy. What's the rail situation up in San Francisco, where everyone's tearing their ACLs?
Mhm.
Everyone's gonna be asthmatic. The
I mean,
Bears
you
are
know-
gonna be asthmatic.
Well,
You know
they're
how
going to have to
much-
build a dome, right?
They're going to
gonna
build a dome. You know
Yeah.
how much shit people talk about Gary, Indiana? Hammond is Gary, Indiana. That is like what. And so like in some ways I'm like, it is a very poor community, you know, good for them if this happens. But the whole point was like the Bears want a Super Bowl. It's like, you think the NFL is going to let a Super Bowl happen in Hammond, Indiana? Like there's no fucking way.
Truly.
Yeah,
How many
they, like,
hotels are in
everybody-
Hammond, Indiana?
Yeah. Well, it's like Santa Clara doesn't really have a ton of everything happened in the
And it
city.
was
then people
awful.
drove in.
I'm so against having another freaking Super Bowl over
Commuter.
there. Done.
Mhm.
We're done. You've had yours.
Yeah, there's only like 10 cities that can even have them because of the winter weather. You know, you have to have a dome. You have to have a dome or you have to be in a warm weather environment.
Vegas every year. There, I said it.
Oh my
That's
God.
where I think the World Series should be every year.
Oh my God. Every big sporting event should be, every final
Yes.
should be in Vegas.
I
Done.
agree.
Sign it.
I agree.
Okay, hold on. Right. So let's wrap up. We had a producer Daniel question. And that question was on the heels of Alyssa Liu just being an absolute freaking star. What would your song be that you would skate to in the final? I have thought about this. I have one, if you want me to go first.
Please.
So I really want to ruffle some feathers out there. I look at skating to be, Alyssa Liu is so popular because she's like got the piercing and got the hairstyles, and people are like, in figure skating? Oh my God. So I'd go out with there's a song called Coconuts, and it's this woman singing about her fake breasts. And it goes like, my coconuts, you can put them in your mouth.
Wow.
What?
And I would dance to that. She calls her boobs Mary Kate and Ashley.
Okay.
I honestly would really highly recommend it.
Okay.
Her name is Kim Petras. She
Kim
is
Petras.
iconic.
Okay.
She is trans pop star, incredible.
Okay. Now, Alyssa Liu did MacArthur Park by Donna Summer, which it's like you look at her and you don't think she's going to be doing like a disco queen. So that was like a fun turn.
I've watched it so many times.
I would do Waffle House by the Jonas Brothers.
I love
and
that.
I think that earnestly that is Sarah's favorite song.
I just like,
I love that song.
Are you dressed as a waffle too? Like, is there like,
no, I'm dressed as a Waffle House waitress.
Oh my God.
And I give her the medal.
I do 18 things at once, because that's what a Waffle House waitress can do.
Funny.
I'm multitasking. I'm doing flips and twists.
Are you
going
to punch the judge?
You're fighting,
Are you going to go and punch someone?
People? You have to have a shadow boxing part of the choreography.
I'm serving up a gold medal, baby.
Oh,
scattered, smothered,
Give
covered in gold.
Forget
so
it.
good.
She
Do I
wins.
even say mine?
You want me to play the song for you?
Cher.
Yeah. No, it's not Cher. It's not Cher. But I thought Cher.
Is it John Mellencamp?
No, I would do. I just
thinking
love
of Indiana.
I just love this song right now. It's Golden by Huntrix, the K-pop Demon Hunter song. We're going up, it's my moment. Oh, I love it.
So there's this little boy. You would be great. And you would kill it.
Thanks.
There's this little boy on our Cage's baseball team who's like on the spectrum, and they've been like working with him. He's been on Cage's team twice, and he's finally like gotten better at even just like running to first and swinging the bat. And they all get, and he's literally one of our favorite little players. He got a hit last week. It was like so exciting. Everyone was screaming. And his walk-up song is Golden, and he just stands at the plate and he just like sings it at the top of his lungs, and it is the most beautiful, wonderful moment. I love it so much. I love that song. K-pop. I can't believe it didn't win a Grammy. Like that song should.
But I thought it did. I thought it did.
She won a Grammy, or like the group did. I thought they were backstage at Critics' Choice, but that was like, when they show like the montages at the beginning of the award shows, that was the song that the Critics' Choice montage was to, and I started crying. They were like, showing Timothy Chalamet playing ping pong, and I'm like, oh my God, this is our moment.
Megan, Megan comes out to Golden. Maybe she does like a triple axel, but like, doesn't land it absolutely perfect. And one of the judges gives her a lower score, and you just see her off to the side being like, fuck you, you're ugly. And her mouth is having to be blurred on NBC.
That's what I'm talking about.
If Megan got like the French judge did that to her, like Megan would ask to speak with the manager. And they're like, there's not a manager. There's not a manager.
Like,
ma'am, there's not a manager.
Bitch.
Yeah. Megan's actually like clawing her way over the side, grabbing the French person by their fucking.
Okay, this brings me to our next activity.
Yeah.
The combine is in Indianapolis. I flew home yesterday. There were scouts My whole flight filled with scouts. The Detroit Lions scouts, hot. The Falcons scout, I told you they were the youngest, and there was a woman, loved that. The
Love
Kansas
it.
City Chiefs scout, just a fat white man. It was like it was so funny to see like the different teams. I saw all the boys. The boys are in town. They were loading them onto buses. It was so exciting. And so I thought it'd be fun for us to come up with our own combine exercises because they have them run the 40, they have them jump. I saw Anthony Richardson, the NFL, posted like his video from the combine where he had like the highest vertical jump of all time, and all the comments were like, and that equated to what on the field? So at this point, it's just sort of an exercise in futility. So this is Sports Bitches Combine. My event that you're going to need to succeed in is sending your food back without upsetting the waiter or waitress.
Do you know how to
Do you
do
have an
that?
example of how you do that?
I am so sorry. It's so good. It's actually, this is a me thing, not a you guys thing. Is there any way I could have it just slightly heated up? It's just a little cold, and I know that's so you don't like zap it, put it in the microwave, whatever, like light a candle. Okay. And then I'll just sit here, and then I'll have another drink too while I'm waiting. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Please don't spit.
I feel like I've seen this.
That's
in
a really good
real life.
idea to order a drink in the meantime, just so that like you're like, I'm adding money to the tab. I'm not asking you to take it off the tab. I'm hinting that it should be, but we'll even it out with a cocktail.
That's a seasoned professional right there. I don't know if you guys picked that up, but that's somebody who's done it a time or two.
So good. I will send other people's food back. Like CJ can't do it for himself. Like he would eat. He's anaphylactic to seafood, and he would like sit there eating seafood rather than have to send food back. And I'll be like, I'm so sorry. His is. And so I will send CJ's food back for him if he really needs it.
Also, I was a waitress forever, and I would have been mortified if somebody was eating something that didn't taste good or that they didn't like. Like, it never bothered me. I'd be like, I would much rather you be happy than be miserable. And then, like, but I don't even care about the tip. I just want you to be happy. I mean, clearly, I love making food for people. Maybe that's what my combine would be, like trying to make 8 different foods that will please everyone at a party,
like a Top Chef section.
Yes,
like when you guys come over and have all these requests.
Oh my god!
And then your team loses.
Yes,
you're the only person that I feel comfortable making a request to, because you're like, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I would do, you guys know how they do the talent, like the rookie talent show at the beginning of the season? Don't do that. Have it be a part of the combine. Show me your hidden talent. I want it on television. I want to watch it. I would be seated front row center. Yeah.
I love this idea. And honestly, like Indianapolis is like entertainment starved. Put it on stage at the Murat and sell tickets. Okay. I want to go.
They do this part where, a lot of the combine is also, or some of the combine is like seeing how these guys are on camera. See, like they get interviewed a lot. And there's this one section where the host will go through that person's like social media. Spicy for some. Replace that. Get that out of there. Put in a talent show. I want to see these guys sing.
Well, I do love that Fernando Mendoza does not have any social media. That he just has a LinkedIn. I'm like, oh, I should make sure that Cage never gets to have social media. That's probably the safest thing for him.
They're passing laws that like kids under 16, certain places can't have it, and like under 13 maybe.
Instagram has. My friend just got a huge job at Meta, and he said, yeah, you have to be 13 years old, but and it's got to be with a linked to a parent's account until you're 18, and then you can have your own.
But still, it's tough.
Yeah, no, it's very tough, and it's like I mean, even just thinking about like the things I always.
No,
I gotta stop reading local news articles, but yeah,
I know.
It's devastating what's out there, but anyway, I think
I think our sports pitch. I have a sports pitch.
I have a sad shout out that I want to make. I don't even know if it's a shout out. The NFL player Rondell Moore, who passed
Oh,
away over the weekend, was a Purdue star. And so definitely hit this fan base very hard. There was a young Purdue fan who had like was very ill. The team like embraced him. He went to all the games. He was at all the games in a wheelchair. He passed away maybe a year or two ago, and I saw an illustration today where he is greeting Rondell Moore up in heaven, and I was like, this is
God,
too
I
much.
can't.
25 years old, just devastating. And I did see like a powerful statement from a former NFL player whose name is eluding me now. And he was like, listen, you guys, like these teams and the NFL can say like, we're pro mental health, but like you got to fucking walk the walk. And I don't know one player who has felt comfortable going to the team they play for to say, I'm having a problem right now, because they will look at you and treat you differently. So find mentors outside of the team. Like, stop saying that. There's clearly an epidemic of this happening. These guys are clearly not getting the help and support they need, and let's start like really putting our fucking money where our mouth
And
is
he really
on it.
seemed like he had a rough go. Like he had a season-ending injury twice in the preseason.
Yeah.
One was in the preseason, and one was in like training camp.
I think a lot of it too comes from like these guys growing up knowing that they have to be self-disciplined, so they have to rely on their own thing, like to get to practice, to work out on their own after practice. Like a lot of, even though you're on a team, there's a lot of stuff that you have to work on privately that, I got to eat right. I got to do this. I got to do, like so like you're very alone in a lot of aspects, and you're taught not to lean on other people. Like you don't,
Be tough.
you don't
Yeah.
need help getting up early or being here on time or working out or getting yourself to the gym. So, I think it starts from there. I think it starts from way earlier, like not
Yeah.
making it seem like they have to do everything alone.
I mean, this is the second active
Yeah.
player
Yeah.
in like 2 months. It's just
Yeah.
both guys that were on rosters, like making a difference. It's just so devastating. So love to Purdue football and his
Love to
family.
Purdue football. Let's end on a good note.
Yes,
My
your
sports
bitch.
bitch is Eileen Gu. She
Same.
is I think her mom is Chinese, but she was raised in America, but decided to compete for China to honor her mom's heritage and hers. And she's just so well spoken, so smart, so cool. She's like a scientist. She's a model. She's the most decorated skier of all time. And the reason I was looking into, like, why did she choose to compete for China and not the US? And because she said that she was gonna make more of an impact there, and she knew that, like, young people would be, watching her, young women, and she's just, like, hailed as a hero there, which is really, really cool. Really recommend you guys checking out, like, her Instagram, and she's just so cool.
She
Really,
looks
really
like
like
Kate
her.
Beckinsale too.
She's gorgeous.
Like I was like,
I
that's an Olympian? Excuse
I
me.
think there was a gymnast that did that over the summer too, that competed for China.
Apparently, she scored a 1580 out of 1600 on her SAT. 1580. I don't even know what that means.
She's just some of these people, they're just different than us. They're not from the same.
Yeah, no.
Like, we're not sharing the same genetic makeup.
Mm-mm.
I'm certainly
All right,
not.
guys. Well, we will see you guys next week. Probably get a little more into the combine. And if you guys haven't started it, watch Traitors, watch A Love Story. Imagine me as Caroline Kennedy. That'll be a good laugh.
Yeah. All right. Bye,
Love
bitches.
you.
Love you.
Sorry, I was swallowing.